Hi guys, welcome back to Fiery Love 1111. I'm here to give a message to anybody this resonates with, and it's not a reading. It is a message that came through for me regarding the messages that I do give out, the readings that I do. So it applies to the reading I just posted on YouTube and the reading that I did before that, but not only that, just any reading that I ever give. This is very important. This title is actually about free will, and it's very important that I get this message across because, so I started to put this deck away, the Dark Goddess, because I wasn't sure if I was going to use those cards in the last reading, and I ended up not using them. So I started to put those decks away, and this card fell out, and immediately I was triggered. Okay, so it's Azume about persuasion. She is the goddess of persuasion, and she is here to remind me. Spirit actually told me to read the description in the book, what this means. And persuasion is a very strong-willed spirit. She can persuade others to do as she bids. And what persuasion, this goddess of persuasion, is reminding me to use my gift wisely and to always remind others that with their free will, they have the free will to choose to go within or not, to find the truth that is true, that any truths that are true for them. Okay, so it's very, very important that no matter what I say, no matter what any reader says, no matter what anybody says, no matter what books you read, religions you were taught, anything anybody else ever tells you, always, please, please, please take that with a grain of salt and just take it under consideration, but always go within. Always go within to find the truth that resonates with you. Okay, this is very important to do always, no matter what, no matter who you're with, even if you're married, if you're not married, if you're single, if you're a child, a parent, it doesn't matter. The point is always to use your own free will. We're given this gift of free will to go within and find the truth that resonates with us. Now, with that being said, I pulled all these cards. These cards actually fell out, and they all have a message regarding them. But the two most important are this persuasion and trust. So with this persuasion card, I want to just let you know, I've learned what my true purpose is on this path in this lifetime that I've chosen to come back. And it is to help others, to teach others, to go within. It's all about free will. Free will is very, very, very important in this day and age, to find our own truths within and find what resonates with us. It's all about going within. I'm really here to help others take doesn't matter what messages I do, whether I do readings, whether I don't do readings, it doesn't matter. I'm here just to teach others to go within and find the truth, find the light, find what you are made of, which is so much more than our physical bodies. Okay, that's my purpose. It's not about persuading anybody. The persuasion is only to go within. Find the truth within you. That's my goal. And that persuasion is a part of free will, because you can choose not to even do that. Okay, so it's very important to go within and not be persuaded by other influences, outer influences. Okay, and this is really important no matter what books you read, what religions you were taught, how you were raised. And you were raised in a very materialistic way, if you were raised poor, it doesn't matter anything about that. It doesn't matter the job you have. The persuasion is to go within. And our truths will always be that perspective that is within us. Okay, so that's, I mean, it's so much deeper than I'm even explaining, because everybody's lives that they live are only a perspective of the truths that we know within. So, but with that being said, if you haven't done that very much and you are persuaded by outside influences, by religion that has taught you, by your family values, and not going within, then you can be persuaded to go down a different path because you're not listening to yourself. So that's where trust comes in. Trust is learning to go within and trust that inner intuition, that inner knowledge that just comes out as a knowing. It's, you don't know how you know it, but you just know it. You know this to be true. That's what I'm talking about. That's what free will is all about, is finding that truth within. So please, 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 no matter what readings I do, no matter what messages I give, all these things that I teach are from what I have learned, because I have trusted and gone within. This is what's true for me. So the persuasion is for you to go down that path, on that path of your own knowledge, your own wisdom. What is true for you? What is truth for you? But be careful. Be careful to trust. You really have to go within and take a deep breath and just take everything that you learn with a grain of salt, even going back in your past, and go within about everything you've trusted to know was true. Because look at this. Look how important this image is. This is deception. A twisted tongue is not always truth. This is what this message completely says to me. A twisted tongue. You know, are you going to trust a twisted tongue, or are you going to and be persuaded by it, or are you going to go within and trust your own intuition? Have the determination to go within, okay, and trust that intuition and really expand that mind, expand that, the knowledge that you have within you, trusting with what's inside of you, not the twisted tongue of lies that maybe you were raised by. Maybe the truth that you were told was only truth for that person, but maybe that truth that you were taught is not true for you. So going within is highly important. I can't tell you that enough. It's not about it's not about what I'm here to teach you to go within. Trust your own intuition. We have the free will. That's what free will is so empowering. Free will is so empowering on that level. We have all these choices to have that determination to go within and find what is true for us, and the integrity to speak our truth. See, the owl stands for, wisdom, is allowing the wisdom that comes within and speaking our own truth. That's what's important. What is important for you is what Spirit's asking. Spirit, or the universe, however you want to call it, never teaches by telling. They always teach by asking. So all these things that I'm saying to you are a question. Will you always be persuaded by what others teach you? It doesn't matter, like I said, whatever they are. Or can you trust your own gut instincts, not listen to those twisted lies? Words people say aren't always truth. What's inside is what's true. What's inside is what's true. When you know that, when you connect with that, that's what's true for you. That's what's true for you. And then it helps you step into that divine, the sovereignty of your divine beingness. Because you have that truth within you. And you step into your own integrity. And listen to the wisdom that comes with him. And so willpower, or free will, that's what it's all about, is going within. And Spirit is urging you in this day and age, in this time, in this year even. 2020 is huge for seeing clearly. 2020 and all this, the things that have happened in this world, it's not an accident. It's not an accident that happened in the year 2020, because what is 2020 but seeing clearly? Seeing clearly because we're going within and not listening to that twisted lies, but trusting our own gut, finding our own divine sovereignty, and being it's like atoning for our own truths within, having the so even, oh my gosh, even how the cards fell out are there's a reason for it. Okay, so see, there's a reason for how these cards fell out. And see, nothing is by accident. This is what Spirit shows me. This is what the universe shows me to be true. Because it's not by accident how this all came out. So not being persuaded by others. Don't even worry about what I'm saying. What is true for you, Spirit says. What is true for you? What is truth to you? And listening to that, and stepping into our own divine sovereignty. Because we have the integrity to do so. It atones for ourselves. Atonement is like judgment. We atone for our own truths that we hold within us. So, okay, so this is really deep. So if we're atoning for our own truths within us, but we're not listening to ourselves, then what is that saying? Are we atoning for our own truths, or are we atoning for somebody else? Can we take that that energy? Because we're not here to atone for anybody else's crimes, anybody else's issues, anybody else's purpose or path or lessons. We're here to atone for our own. Once we do that, once we step into our integrity, have the free will to listen just to ourselves. Go within, go within, go within. Spirit's asking, can you just go within? Atone for our own truths. Then that's when transformation comes. Because we're taking on our own power. You see Pelea's transformation. Did you see how all that energy, it's burning up inside her? It's not without her. She's not burning down the world. She's burning up what doesn't serve her anymore within her. That's how transformation happens. Because we step into our own divine sovereignty. And we can resurrect our lives. We can resurrect our lives and start brand new because we have atoned for our own truths. We had the free will to step into our own truth and cut away the twisted lies that we have been taught or read or religion, anything like that. And something may trigger you when I'm talking about this. I'm telling you, a lot of you may be triggered. What about the books you read? Spirit's really asking me to dive within, asking you to dive within. All those books you read, the religions you were taught. Religion is nothing more than somebody else's belief system. Spirituality is what you know to be true within you. Okay, so are you religious or are you spiritual? Are you going to trust your own gut, your own intuition, what you know to be true within you? Because that's how you get to this level. That's how you get to your own divine sovereignty. And having the integrity, Spirit's really showing me this very, very strongly. Having the integrity to shine your own truth. Listen to that wisdom that is trying to speak to you, which is your higher self. It's not anybody else. It's not anything outside of you. It doesn't have anything to do with ego. It's listening to the truth that resides within you. Having the integrity to shine the light on the truth that resides within you. Then you can atone for it. Then you can atone for any mistakes or any lessons. And sit in that truth and transform your life. And resurrect it. Resurrect it completely. And not listen to any trickery. Let go of that trickery. It's gone. It's gone. Because it doesn't serve me anymore. I have the determination to step into my integrity. See how they're facing each other. They're facing each other. I have the determination to see my own wisdom within myself. And have the free will to do so. We all have this beautiful, beautiful gift. So Spirit's really asking. Spirit never tells you what to do. Never tells you what to do. If anybody ever tells you what to do and how this is how an energy is going to be, then, if free will changes at any given time, we can never see the future. We can see what's right now. This is what's right now. This is what's right now within us, if we allow it. If we allow it. And always, always, always acknowledge others that have free will too. We, not only have free will within us, but others have free will to do this or not to. And trusting, it's just all about going within. It's just this going within and trusting our intuition and letting go of the twisted lies that we have ever been told or taught, and finding the truth within. That's what's important. Do you see how she has got a snake there too? And do you see how the twisted tongue that she has coming out of her mouth, where is that facing? Darkness. You can almost see a face right here. She's facing darkness because it's a twisted lie. Do we have the courage to really go within and see? Have I been told? Have I been taught? Have I been raised? Have I blah, blah, all these things? Are they a truth? Or is the truth really within me? Because that beautiful pool of knowledge is right there. It's just waiting to be tapped into. But only when we let this go. Only when we let that go. So Spirit's really asking, you take what resonates and you leave what doesn't. Just leave what doesn't. I'm not here to persuade anybody to do anything but to look within and go within. It's all, the answers are always all within you. Any answer you've ever wanted to know, if you're willing to look deep enough past this bullshit, if you're willing to look deep enough, you can find the answers within yourself and not be persuaded by anybody else. You be persuaded by your own free will to look for that truth. Be persuaded by that. Let that free will and that divine sovereign being that is within you persuade you, your own free will that resides within you. Have that persuade you to find that truth. That's what Spirit's asking you to do. Can you do that? Because that is all that matters. Being persuaded by your own free will, your own truth that lies within you. Your intuition, your higher self. Be persuaded by your own truth. Can you do that, Spirit says? Because it's powerful. When you realize how much knowledge you actually can tap into that is true for you, it's just right there. So take what resonates within this, within all these cards, within all this energy that's coming through. You take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And listen. Don't listen to trickery. Don't listen to the twisted lies. Go within and have that determination to search for yourself. Because we not only have free will within us, others have free will too. To do as they please with their lives. To do as they see fit with what resonates for them in that given day at that given time. But don't forget, energy changes all the time. Energy changes all the time. So that's another thing to consider, Spirit says. So if you want to know the truth about something, I've said this before in another reading, and this is what works for me, okay? So you take this as if it resonates for you. Ask to sleep with trust. You know, like quote unquote, you know, like I go to bed at night and I say, okay, I want to sleep with justice. What is justice for me? What does that mean? And I set that intention and I go to sleep with it. So then there's the side of me right here that's been taught everything or told everything by anybody. And I keep that like on a table, awareness of it. And then I go to sleep with that justice or truth, whatever you want to call it, whatever you need to know at that time. And then set that intention to sit with it. Sit with that energy of it. And when you wake up, these energies will flow together. And there's this knowing that will come through for you. And you won't be the same as the day before, that moment before, that minute before, because you have stepped into a truth or a justice that is right for you. And the any twisted lies of anything that you've ever been taught just falls away. Because the new truth steps in. And if you're not sure if you can trust it, then go within. That's what's so highly important, is having the free will to just take everything with a grain of salt and go within and say, okay, does this feel right for me? And if it feels right, if it feels good, if it feels strong, if it makes you feel happy, if it makes you feel empowered, then that is a truth for you. But if it gives you any kind of fear, any kind of anxiety, any kind of stress or distress, then maybe that's something that needs to be looked at closer, because a truth within you will only ever empower you. So it's very important to really engage with that beautiful energy of free will. To find ourselves, search for ourselves, never stop searching for ourselves. Never stop searching for the truth that is within us. Never stop searching for that, Spirit says. This is what we're here for. And everybody has their own path. You know, there are star seeds on this planet right now. There are light workers on this planet. There are so many different souls going down so many different paths that have so many different truths that are correct for them. There's not one truth that is just, one truth, and there's one God and there's one almighty answer to everything. No, it's not like that. Don't be persuaded by that. Be persuaded by what is true for you. Spirit always asks, can you be persuaded? And go within. Persuade yourself to go within and find that truth within. And resonate. Let that resonate with you. Let that energy flow with you. Let yourself sit with that justice. I mean, look at her. She's not messing around. This is a knowing that she's sitting with. This is her truth for her. And it allows this transformation and burning up all those things that no longer serve. Just poof, it's gone. It doesn't matter. And you're stepping in that divine sovereign being. You are that divine sovereign being. So Spirit just wants to remind us, the universe, however you want to call it, God, it doesn't matter. God's, you take what resonates. And remember, Spirit's always asking you to remember your own divine free will. And trust your inner trust your intuition. Trust what's inside of you to be true. That's the only thing that matters, is trusting, going within. When we do that, we're so powerful because everything is within us. That's the truth. See, she's running forward, right? Ready to fight off anything that doesn't serve her anymore. But what resides within her, you can almost see that. That's truth within her. Because she's trusted her intuition. So she's willing to fight for that. She's willing to fight for that, just to keep that her own divine sovereign being, the truth, the intuition that lies within her, that is true for her. And she will stop at nothing to keep it so. There's no more twisted lies here, no more. Because we're stepping into that truth. That's what's important. That's what's important. I hope you guys really feel as empowered as I do with this reading. And find your own truth within you. Spirit and the universe really does encourage you very strongly to find the truth within you. Find those answers that we all search for within us. They're there. They really are there if we're willing to step into that power and listen to our own truth. Listen to that wisdom. It's right there. All right, guys, I love you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.